Hello and welcome back to Medium Rare, everyone. My name is Rag Reynolds, and today we have 3 stories to talk about. So our first story today, we're just talking a little bit more about the Wuhan coronavirus. In my previous video, I was making a big deal out of this virus, and I saw a few comments that were quite concerned, thinking that I was overplaying this, saying that things aren't quite as bad as I was making them out to be. At the start of my video, I started off saying, we are all going to die. Now, I just want to clarify, I was being sarcastic there. I do not genuinely believe that we're all going to die. I very much understand that the death rate for this thing is not incredibly high. Most of the people who have been dying because of the coronavirus are people who were already ill, people who already had existing conditions. However, that still does not change the fact that I do think the virus is quite concerning. There are people dying, there will be many more people I'm sure that will die, and many people are becoming ill because of it. As of now, there are over 1,000 confirmed cases of people being infected in China alone. However, in my previous video as well, in the comments section, I also mentioned that there was a suspected case in Scotland, so I was like, if this is my last video, farewell. It turns out that all of the cases that were suspected in the UK have turned out to have been false. Now, that doesn't mean by the time I post this video, there might have been a new confirmed case, but at this present moment, there are no actual confirmed cases in the United Kingdom, so thank God for that. Anyway, this thing is still quite serious, and at the moment, China are actually building a 1,000 bed hospital that is supposed to be ready in February, just to prepare for this virus, essentially. This hospital is being built simply to deal with this virus. It's also worth pointing out that 15 cities in China have now been quarantined, and that is a lot of people. That's absolutely insane. People who are stuck in their cities, they can't go in, they can't go out. They are stuck there. They're recommended to stay in their homes. They are stuck there, and that's quite terrifying to be living in a big city, millions and millions of people. We're talking about tens of millions of people all stuck in their cities, unable to leave because of fears of this virus spreading further. Anyway, if there are any more big updates to this story, such as the whole world is going to die, then you can count on me to report that to you. Until then, just be careful, make sure to wash your hands often, make sure you're not sneezing down people's throats, that sort of thing. Just don't be a dirty bastard. And our next story today, folks, is, oh lord, it's an update to this Jaystation situation. So I made a video simply dedicated to this Jaystation thing a few days ago because I was genuinely annoyed with this guy. I was genuinely quite fired up that this guy made a video. So if you don't know what's going on, Jaystation made this video pretending that his girlfriend had died. She was hit by a drunk driver the night before he posted this video, right? And the fake crying in this video, my god, yes, this was fake crying. The guy cried the whole video. He was basically plugging his second channel, telling people to go subscribe to it, try to get it to 1 million subscribers, all this nonsense. Honestly, the whole thing was so fake. It was disgusting. And worse than that, look at how many likes this video has. This video has thousands more likes than it does dislikes. And what's even worse is there were grown men and women on this platform making videos believing this man, saying, I'm sorry to hear your girlfriend died. She didn't die, and that's a lot of nonsense, and that's why I made my previous video ranting about this. Anyway, as an update to this, we have confirmation, complete confirmation that he lied about this. What I'm showing on screen now are emails back and forth to the Toronto police that have been spreading across social media, and here you can see the Toronto police has actually responded to someone inquiring about this drunk driving fatality, and the Toronto police said, the Toronto police has no fatalities matching any of these facts. Thank you. And just as an extra thing here, there have been people on social media who have been going through public records, looking for deaths, looking for any sort of incident that has been reported, and there has been no such report found. So it is safe to say Jaystation is a scumbag. As I said before, he is a liar, and his girlfriend is not dead. That guy is honestly such a piece of work. I mean, there's some quite damning evidence about him being an undesirable. There's also all this stuff where he's been exploiting famous people's deaths on his channel for a very long time. The guy lies all the time. He is a scumbag, and honestly, I would not be surprised at this point if he was to start up a new video, 3 AM Ouija board challenge for his dead girlfriend Alexia. That is the kind of guy this is. He would probably do that, and for all we know, she's going to jump up and his fans are going to think, oh my god, Jaystation resurrected Alexia. He can actually bring people back from the dead, and these people would probably believe that because his fan base are just stupid children. I found that myself just by looking at the comments of my Jaystation video. I mean, I got 20% more dislikes than usual on that video simply because his fans had come across, and his fans are young kids. And when I look at my comments on that video, I see stuff such as, please don't make fun of Jaystation. He is my favorite YouTuber. You're a psychopath. Psychopath spelt with an S. I watch him, I love him so much, but that doesn't mean you need to bully home. I'm telling him. My god. You were wrong. He will never lie. You're a poo-face, my boy. Jay ain't no scumbag. Leave him alone. It's real, a-hole. He is real. He really lost her. Don't tell if you don't even know him what happened. I hate you. She's actually dead. I go to make deal with all haters doing video about Jay. If after 6 months is no new video on Alexia Dream Team channel, you have to erase your video saying it's fake. Yeah, we'll go with that. Jay is not a scumbag. Unsubscribed. F you. He isn't a liar. This person was clearly upset. Jaystation is a good person. You are not, you jerk. Yes, you are offering, you jert. Quit YouTube, jert. You are a piece of jert. I hate you. That's my new channel name. I'm changing. I'm not medium rare anymore. I'm just medium jert. You are a stupid jerk. Stop or I do something. I want to know what these people are going to do. Someone else, as you saw there, said, if you don't stop, I'm telling him. Anyway, these are delusional Jaystation fans, and they are children. Hopefully, they grow out of that Jaystation phase sooner rather than later. Anyway, let me know what you think about this in those comments down below. I'm done with that. And our final piece of news today is, oh boy, Clown Court is in session. Onision took Repzion to court. He was trying to take Hansen to court as well. As we spoke about in a previous video, Onision had served up lawsuits against these people. It wasn't suing as originally thought. A lot of people thought that Onision had sued the two of them, but it turned out he had filed for a protective order claiming that they were stalkers and harassers. Anyway, Repzion showed up yesterday, the 24th of January, to the court case with Onision, and when Onision turned up, oh boy, the courthouse was apparently full of people from what I've read, and apparently you couldn't actually get any more people in because lots of Repzion fans were there to support him, and some people took pictures of Onision, and these pictures, just have a look. Onision showed up looking like this. The guy showed up in a beanie, wearing this suit that looks like it's just, that is not a good suit. And apparently a bulletproof vest, it looks like. He has a bulletproof vest on. And he also, what is with the shoes, dude? Where is your style sense? My god, that is disgusting. The memes that have come from this have been quite amusing. I'm showing you some of those now on the screen. They amused me. I hope you get some enjoyment out of them as well. Anyway, they showed up to court, and it didn't go the way Repzion or most other people thought it would have gone. Because you know what happened? Onision immediately moved to dismiss the case. He wanted to dismiss the entire thing. And his reason for this was that he had apparently consulted an attorney and they had advised him that there was a better legal action he could take rather than filing for this protective order. So Onision was seemingly making it clear that he's going to pursue some other sort of legal action, maybe suing for slander or something like that, rather than the protective order. Now, obviously that's a pain, that's a waste of everyone's time. Repzion had to pay $2,500 just for his attorney fees for this, which he has actually set up a GoFundMe, and at this point when I'm recording this video, he has surpassed that entirely. You can see here, this amount he has raised is way over, so he will be okay, but it's still a pain. And as far as Chris Hansen goes though, this is the most amusing part. Chris Hansen didn't have to turn up to court. he didn't have to go because apparently Chris Hansen was never actually served. And why was Chris Hansen never actually served? Oh well, that's because Onision served the wrong Chris Hansen. You cannot make this up, ladies and gentlemen. Onision served the wrong man named Chris Hansen with this paperwork, with this court case, saying he was filing a protective order against them, and that is insanity. Apparently the wrong Chris Hansen contacted the Hansen vs Predator website and said he was served in his hometown. He was very confused and asked for it not to happen again. So both cases, the one against Repzion and the one against Hansen, were dismissed. Anyway, after this court case, Repzion did put out a video trying to clear some things up, clear up misinformation, and let everyone know what actually happened. But after that, we ended up getting a live stream from Billy the Fridge, who's someone that was a former friend of Onision, seemingly former friend. I can't tell if they're friends or not at the moment. Billy says they're not. But Billy was a former friend of Onision, and they made some videos together. Anyway, Billy was doing a live stream, and this went on for over 7 hours. And essentially, Billy and some of his friends drove to Onision's house and confronted him. And when I say confronted, I don't really mean confronted. They spoke to him on camera. And Onision did stand there outside his house and answer some questions, I suppose. Now, the thing here is that there has been a lot of backlash for Billy here, because Billy got there and people were calling him a coward because he just kind of stood there. He was acting very friendly towards Onision. They were stick fighting at one point. There was even a really disturbing moment where this happened.
Did you shave a girl's head?
She wanted me to? What's wrong with that? That's so out of nowhere.
Like, historically, you've been into punishment a lot, it seems, right?
No.
Like the.
All right, let's simulate what I do in bed, okay?
Oh God.
All right, here you go. All right. Yeah? Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm simulating you in front of my house.
I know.
Yeah. You like that?
I mean.
You like that, you little huh?
Did this chat like it?
No.
God.
No.
Damn it.
Yeah.
It's unanimously poor.
Let's turn around. Here you go. Oh. You're such fucking perfect tits, bitch. Oh. Oh. Was that fun? Did you enjoy that?
Not for me, no. I'm traditionally.
Well,
not
you consented on camera.
Well, I mean,
So yeah, overall, it seemed as though Billy, in this situation, was just around with Onision as if they were good old friends and they were having a little bit of fun together. So obviously Billy's actions here did not hit most people the right way. There have been a lot of people who are very, very upset with how Billy handled this. However, there are also some people who do like the way Billy handled this, or that are giving him a bit more benefit of the doubt, saying stuff like, well, if he had been hard on Onision, if he had given him a hard time, then Onision wouldn't have been having any of that. Onision would have gone back in his house. He wouldn't have spoken to them at all. The only reason he spoke to Billy was because he was a bit at ease, he was relaxed, he was having a little bit of fun. And because of that, Onision actually spoke on some of these things that Billy was asking him about. He actually answered some questions and spoke on these allegations and the whole Chris Hansen thing for pretty much the first time publicly since all of this has been going down. And that's something that no one else has managed to accomplish. People were also pointing out that Onision did say some seemingly incriminating things here, some disgusting things as well. Take a look at this.
Okay, so a message to everybody who is, not 18. You're not as hot as you think you are. You're actually unbearable, okay? Your vaginas are not special. They're not interesting. And the things you offer is basically nothing because you're jobless. You know very little about the world. And 30-year-olds are far more attractive than you are or have ever been. So stop thinking that, oh, I have candy tits, everybody wants to me. Dude, a fucking 25-year-old is 1,000 times more attractive because you know whether or not they're all up in the head or not, because you look at the last 7 years of their life and where they've come.
I get that, and I agree.
Why do 17-year-olds, 18, 19-year-olds think that they're hot shit? They're not.
I get that.
It's the dumbest shit ever.
The question,
and they're like, everybody wants to me.
The question, though, is if you groomed anyone.
No.
How long?
I mean, here's the thing. When I'm nice to you,
yeah.
And then if I you could say that's grooming, but we're both adults.
As far as my opinion here, kind of like, well, I understand that Billy can't just go in there and be confrontational and hostile and give him a hard time, because obviously Onision's going to walk off. So I get that. And I appreciate that Billy actually got Onision to answer some things. However, it is one thing to just not be confrontational, not actually be hostile, and not give the guy a hard time. It is another thing to do what Billy actually did. And Billy, as you saw in some of these clips I showed, he let Onision hump him from behind, grabbing his hair and all that sort of thing. He was actually engaging in stick fighting with Onision. He was actively laughing along with Onision and his jokes, playing around, touchy-feely with him. That's a completely different thing from just being a relaxed interviewer, not giving him a hard time. There is a difference there. There is a middle ground that can be found, and I do not think Billy was in that middle ground. I think Billy went way too far over the line, and personally, I'm not a fan of Billy either, so maybe I'm a little bit biased here, but I don't think Billy's in this for the right reasons either. It seems to me like a quick ploy for attention from Billy, a way for him to quickly get money and donations on his super chats, and also to try and get a little bit of attention for himself. So I genuinely don't believe that Billy was doing this for any good reason anyway. But as I said, I do still appreciate the fact that Billy did manage to get Onision to talk a little bit. But again, there has to be a reasonable middle ground here. Billy was way too over the top. He should not have been engaging in this horrible behaviour with Onision, allowing Onision to hump him, to sword fight him, and all this other stuff. That is disrespectful to the victims out there. There's something just not right about that, if you ask me. Anyway, later on after the stream, Billy did take to Twitter saying, "I'm sorry if today's stream felt disrespectful. I didn't plan this today. It was uncomfortable at times. I didn't think confrontation was the right way to play it tonight, and civility might reap the best results. If you think otherwise, I truly wish you were there instead of me." And yet again, I know I keep saying it, but not confronting Greg is one thing. I agree, you shouldn't have confronted him because he's not going to respond well to that. He's not going to talk to you. But you weren't just not confronting him, you were actively participating in his nonsense, in his jokes, in his fun. You were an active participant. You weren't just non-confrontational, you were actively participating in what was going on there. And there is a difference. Anyway, that's just my thoughts here. Please be sure to let me know what you think about all this in those comments down below. And that's where I'm going to end today's video, everyone. This was just a random Saturday video. Normally I don't post videos on Saturdays, but there was a few things I wanted to talk about, such as the Jaystation thing, and then the Onision whole court case, the clown court. That was, honestly, there was just too much going on for me not to make a video and talk about some of this. So there you have it. A Saturday video. I'll probably be back on Monday or Tuesday with another. And as always, please be sure to remember to let me know what you think about anything I spoke about here today in those comments down below. Also make sure to leave a like if you haven't already, subscribe if you haven't already, and turn on those notifications. And also check out the links in the description down below to my social media, my Patreon, and my Twitch. And until next time, everyone, my name is Rag Reynolds, and this was Medium Rare.